It's ironic that only a short while after Biden and Blinken and others have been having conversations with Netanyahu about the progress of the war in Gaza, that the ICC prosecutor Karim Khan should produce a statement saying that he's looking for arrest warrants against senior members of the Israeli government and senior members of the Hamas administration. And Biden has said it's outrageous. It's outrageous to equate the conduct of Netanyahu, Israel's democratic prime minister, the defense minister Yoav Gallant, and the various Hamas leaders. Let me be clear, he says. Whatever this prosecutor might imply, there is no equivalence, none, between Israel and Hamas. We will always stand with Israel against threats to its security. But there is quite a diplomatic and a domestic problem as well as an international problem because of the president's support for Israel and the recognition that Israel has overreached its hand, and the fact that this is an election year. There's no doubt that Biden's rival Trump is also very much pro-Israel, but it's this recognition that there are authorities beyond America in what the Russian worldview would want to see as a multipolar society, a multipolar global society, as opposed to a single leadership in America. And it's that loss of the single leadership which seems to be challenged by the ICC. And is it, for example, a massive gamble? Is it something that is that is in itself pushing at the edges of political expediency? Because this statement by the ICC is both a political statement and a legal statement. And the political aspect of the statement probably is more important than the legal aspect, certainly at the moment. The equating of Hamas with the Netanyahu government. It's something I would happily do, but I am not the ICC and I am not the authority. I'm simply a lame YouTuber who thinks that the behavior of Netanyahu's government has vastly exceeded the ethical responsibility to defend the land. And a siege and a ground invasion of Gaza has not yielded the results that were proclaimed. When you look at the medieval concept of a just war, one of the principles is that the war aims are achievable. Those war aims to release the captives and to suppress Hamas completely were never achievable by one nation, and certainly were not achievable by Israel. And after 6 months, that seems to have been proven correct. I think they were achievable by a multinational task force, particularly one led by Arab nations. And I think that was available to Israel in the immediate aftermath of the appalling terrorist event on October the 7th. But the goodwill has been squandered. And it's very interesting to see the shift in public opinion, for example, in Israel. The initial support, for example, in Turkey, the initial support of Israel fast enveloped in a wave, too many metaphors there, in a wave of resentment and frustration at the persecution of the Gaza citizens, because the optics, if not the reality, and I think the reality too, is that the brunt of the attack has been felt by innocent civilians who have died in their thousands to justify Netanyahu's lust for revenge. And war is a dirty business. It's not a clean instrument. And the only people who really profit from this are those who think that they can cling to power as a war politician, and the arms manufacturers. A few soldiers have a good war. That's it. That's it. War does not benefit civilians. And this war definitely is one that I think Israel will be regretting for years to come.